Welcome to Facebook Live here in Orlando at the Mega. I'm Benjamin Griffin. This interview is brought to you by our in-house courses. Now you can bring the high quality and expertise of the National Alliance into your own agency or company. Let us train your team and save your company money by conducting our premier classroom courses in-house and on-site. Our insurance and risk management educational programs are tailor-made to meet your needs. For more information about the in-house courses, visit our website at thenationalalliance.com. Okay, so joining me here today is Mr. Jerry Hargrove.
Good afternoon, Ben.
And why are you here today, sir?
I'm here because I'm teaching two courses. I'm teaching chaos, which is contracts, hold harmless, additional insured, and other stuff, and personal advertising injury. Those are two areas that many agents have not paid attention to over the years. And so we thought it'd be a good idea to spend some quality time talking about those very important coverage grants in the CGL.
And how did you first get involved in insurance and let alone this chaos that you call it?
Well, I was 11 years old. My mother was a lawyer, and down the hall from her was an independent insurance agent. And I would go down there, and Jimmy would give me a Coke and some peanuts. I'd pour the peanuts in the Coke, and I would drink the Coke. And he would tell me about what he did for a living. And one of the things that he told me that I've never forgotten was he said, on January the 1st of every year, I look at what my income was, and I know that 95 cents on the dollar of that income is going to repeat itself the next year to be added to what I earned that year. And he was talking about retention to an 11-year-old kid.
Wow.
And when my mother always talked to me about, when you grow up, what are you going to be? I said, I'm going to be an insurance agent. And she said, well, don't you want to be a lawyer? I said, no, I want to be an insurance agent. And she said, why? I said, because Jimmy told me, and we went through the concept of what that was all about. That was my first indication of what it was about, this retained earning situation. But the other part was, he told me what he did in the community. If you look across this country and you talk about who gives the most back to their communities, it's pretty close to bankers and insurance agents. So it's something that we do for a good purpose. You don't have to have a degree to be an insurance agent and be successful. So you can get in with not as much education as some other areas, but yet have the opportunity to grow with knowledge. By the way, CIC is one of those ways that you become more beneficial for the people you do business with, because you're on top of new stuff as it happens.
And so, along the way, somehow you got involved with the National Alliance. Tell us the story how you first came to meet Dr. Hold and teach this chaos class, sir.
Well, it's been so long ago when Dr. Hold and I first met. I can't even tell you exactly where we were, but I'd probably been teaching CIC by that time about a year. And it came to me was that I was head of this, I was on the education committee. And I said, if I'm going to be on the education committee and I want to chair this committee, I need to be engaged in the CIC program because our association supported it. So I immediately went in to take the CIC. And after I finished going through the 5 parts, I said, that's what I want to do. I want to teach CIC, and 31 years later, I'm still teaching CIC. After selling the agency, I still teach CIC. So the camaraderie, the knowledge, the travel, the people you meet in general, is just a superb way to be an insurance industry insider and have fun doing it.
You've come a long way from your first Coke with peanuts.
But I still drink Cokes with peanuts with my grandchildren.
And hopefully instilling in them the idea of what insurance can mean.
Well, I don't know. 2 of my 5 sons are in the insurance industry. The others are doing their other thing. I don't know about the grandchildren. I have 12 of them. 2 of them already told me that they're going to be wealthy and not have to work. And I'm kind of wondering where they got that idea. Maybe their parents told them, my old man's going to leave you some money. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure they're going to have some possibility of going into the business. Because 2 of the boys are going to have an influence on them.
So back to your seminar on chaos. How's it going so far here?
Good. We had a full house. Had a lot of questions. 2 areas of the CGL. Understudy, insured contract, personal advertising injury. Talking about both of those at this mega. And the good thing about the mega is you got choices galore during the week. So you don't like one subject on the calendar, go to another one. Plus, you get to see people that you wouldn't ordinarily get to see. Get to meet people from all over the country. Great, great opportunity.
And why is getting a CIC, or rather continuing your education, so important in this industry?
Because things change. Case law changes, forms change, exposures change, and the more we learn about those changes, the better we are from the standpoint of an asset for those people who choose to do business with us. It's staying in contact. Simple as that.
Okay, so sell it to me big time. If I were to consider taking your seminar, what did I miss out on today?
Well, you missed out on what the value of an insured contract is in a commercial general liability policy. You missed out on the changes in 2013 of the additional insured endorsements. You missed out on a legal presentation as it relates to indemnification agreements, what they do, what they don't do, when they're legal, when they're not legal. So a lot of things having to do with the law that come into contact with the issue of insurance coverage or no coverage. So that's basically what this morning was about.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about your chaos seminar?
Come see it. We do it all over the country, and Rubles, we'll be there to talk about it.
Well, thank you much, sure, Mr. Hargrove.
Thank you, Ben. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, that was Mr. Jerry Hargrove talking about his mega seminar. We look forward to seeing you more on Facebook Live. On behalf of the National Alliance, I'm Benjamin Griffin.